People who tend to suffer from mental exhaustion are actually quite easy to recognize. When they chat, they often send long messages with lots of explanations. Whatever they say, they have to add an emoji, otherwise it feels too stiff or cold. They constantly try to imagine the other person's tone through text, and if one reply feels even slightly off, they'll spiral replaying the conversation in their mind, analyzing every word, every moment, trying to figure out whether they did something wrong. People who overthink like this are always self-examining, even overly so. They hold themselves to high standards, afraid of disappointing others and terrified of being misunderstood. Take something as simple as chatting. If the other person replies a bit slowly, they'll start worrying. Did I say something wrong? Should I explain myself again? Even a short "oh" or can send them into self-doubt. Are they annoyed? Are they mad? Did I upset them somehow? They crave being liked, being accepted. So in social situations, they act carefully, cautiously, sometimes even becoming people pleasers. They don't dare express their real needs or emotions. Instead, they go out of their way to accommodate others, even justifying someone's coldness or neglect in their own mind. He's probably just busy. She's having a bad day. It's not about me. Another clear sign of someone who's mentally drained is that they find it hard to say no. They fear that rejection will ruin relationships, so they sacrifice their time and energy just to avoid being disliked. Behind that people-pleasing lies deep self-doubt, a belief that their worth depends on making others happy. At work, they often become perfectionists, setting impossibly high standards for themselves, unable to tolerate even small mistakes. They might check a simple task over and over, and a single piece of criticism can keep them awake all night. They constantly seek approval, but even when they receive praise, they struggle to truly believe it. The root of mental exhaustion often comes from childhood, insecurity growing up being criticized or denied, feeling never good enough, fearing mistakes, fearing blame, and feeling like their emotions were never allowed. As adults, that pattern continues. They instinctively doubt and attack themselves. Back then, they might have thought, if I try harder, maybe mom and dad won't be mad anymore. If I do better, maybe they'll love me more. So, how can we reduce mental exhaustion? Lower your impossible standards. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to be imperfect. No one on this earth can make everyone like them. Ask yourself, is this really that serious? If someone else made this mistake, would I judge them as harshly as I judge myself? Learn to separate facts from imagination. Most of our mental stress comes from overthinking, imagining negative scenarios that aren't even real. For example, when a friend doesn't reply right away, you might think, they're ignoring me. But the truth might be they're just busy, or they saw your message and forgot to reply. When you feel yourself spiraling, look for real evidence, not just emotions. Stop trying to please everyone. Learn to express your needs. Not every relationship is worth maintaining, and not every person deserves your constant effort. The best relationships are the ones where you can just be yourself, not where you're always walking on eggshells, guessing what the other person thinks. People who easily feel mentally drained are often sensitive and kind, but don't let your kindness become a chain that wears you down. You deserve love, and you deserve a life that feels light and peaceful.